Hey everyone, today we're in Mustang, Oklahoma, or right outside of it, I guess I should say. This is the old Riverside Cemetery, and we're going to have a walk through it together. So just to kind of show you the size of the cemetery, it goes just past that porta potty or those trees on the corner of the cemetery there. This is kind of the newer section over on this side. It's not a big cemetery. It is nice and peaceful though. You can see some wind turbines off in the distance. Birds chirping. Some hay bales out there in a field or a pasture. One house right over there. Like I said, that's the newer section. And this is the older section. If I had to guess, this is probably a pioneer cemetery, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know what the oldest marker is. This is called Riverside Cemetery, and it's kind of weird that it has that name Riverside when there's not a river near. But if you go over there about where those trees are, I think this line of trees going through there, there is a creek, and I think it's called Dog Creek if I can remember correctly. I was looking on a map earlier just to try to figure out why this was called Riverside. There's these bars all the way around this older section here. And then as you go up that road right there, there's another section straight ahead with some bars surrounding it. Just kind of protecting it. I don't know if there was cattle running through here at one point or what. But that would be my guess as to why these bars are here. They're not very tall though. So let's look at some of these markers. Quite a few of them have been knocked over or broken through the years. This cemetery is on a slope. I'm on the lower end of it, the west side of the cemetery, but there are quite a few markers that are down. This is Allie Kay, wife of T.A. Hostetter, born January 6, 1881 and died September 30th, 1904. And like I said, there are quite a few markers that are down. This is Eva Tabor, 1870 to 1902, and Wiley H. Tabor, 1897 to 1925. Eva has an upright marker that is down there, and it's actually one of those nice ones. Gates of heaven are opening up. There's a star there and an open Bible or book on top. And then it says, "Come ye blessed." Basically says the same dates except for it has May 26th as her birthday and February 20th as her day of death. This is the Tabor family plot, obviously. Father Wiley A. Tabor, October 7th, 1863 to April 20th, 1949. This is one here where I think there's one missing, because to me, this is Newman over on the right and Katherine J Newman over here on the left, born July 22nd, 1840 and died October 12th, 1906. These are just right before statehood. And to me, it looks like that marker, that upright marker on the left, should go on top of the one on the right. And that means that this base right here does not have a marker on it. So I'm not sure on that, but something is certainly missing. This one is really leaning. And Jacob F. Bastian is what that says. July 1858 to October 15th, 1891, aged 33 years, 3 months, and 4 days. That is an old one. That's the oldest one we've seen so far. Right after this was opened up as a territory. You can see this branch has fallen, probably with the winter from last year. And it has broken, but it's still green, still growing. And you can see that's his foot marker right there for Bastian. And you have Veach or Viach, maybe. Layla or Lelia. And then died July 7th, 1892, aged 1 month, looks like. Quite a marker for her. And there was also a topper on there at one point, and it is now gone. Let's see who we have here. Leroy Rowe. And he was born January 11th, 1891 and died April 3rd, Looks like 1892. So that is an older one. And we have a couple things here. This is another one where this marker looks like it's supposed to go on top of that one, and there was someone else designated here, which I do not see. Zona B, wife of J.P. Kuykendall, born February 26, 18 something, and that has broken, and died March 14th, 1901. You can see where it came off of the base and broke somehow. I don't know if it's just for maintenance or time, because this appears to be an older cemetery. This is Father and Mother Cox. Obviously, he was a Grand Army of the Republic veteran, but it says Francis M., February 18th, 1843 to July 17th, 1924, and Martha J., March 18th, 1847 to June 22nd, 1923. And then here we have, looks like William D., son of F.M. and M.J. Cox. So we have another Cox right over here, and because it's the ones we just covered. April 6, 1892, aged 19 years and 7 months, 25 days. So just a young one there. Came to the territory and then passed away somehow. And we have Nye Columbus Severns Jr. Obviously that's an older marker back behind, and then someone's erected a newer one. December 4th, 1932 to January 27th, 1933. Son of Nye and Pearl Severns. It's a piece of a marker on top of this one, which does not belong with this. Must have been something that's washed downhill. Julia Ann Shaw, 1870 to 1925, and Jessie Monroe, 1857 to 1913. Some more Shaw family members here. Joseph J., 1905 to 1920, and Ben Franklin, 1902 to 1926. These little trees right here are pretty neat. It's trimmed all nice and neat up high. Some of it is dead. We had a harsh winter here in Oklahoma. Starting in October, the leaves were still on the trees, and we had a bad freeze, which broke a lot of the trees. Now here's another Cox family member. So you can see here on the monument, it does say Pioneer 89, meaning that he was a pioneer of the Oklahoma Territory when it opened up for settlement. So this family was. Matilda J., 1860 to 1926. And Tad was 1859 to 1939. It's a neat one to find. We have a broken one here. Clearly that's the base. And then not much more than the base. There's a upright part there, and it is just in pieces laid on top. And then I think this is a foot marker right here to the Pioneer Cox that we just saw. Modenbach or Modenbach, Mother Anna Sofa, and then 1855 to 1910, Father Frederick W., 1847 to 1937, and then Oda Louise Modenbach or Modenbach, don't mean to butcher that if I am, and that is 1885 to 1931. They have something different, and it's a huge, what appears to be a huge family plot going all the way up almost to the road up there. And there is an entrance into the cemetery here, like that was part of the original entrance. But there's nothing but these two markers here. So 3 people appear to be in here. There could be more. And I'm sure there are other graves in this cemetery that just don't have markers. Maybe they used a wooden marker. Maybe it's eroded away completely and there's nothing left. But this is the infant son of J.F. and Edna Messinger, January 10th, 1909 to January 15th, 1909. Just a young one. We have a base right there with no upright. And then 3 here. Infant son of J.A. and R.J. McMahon, born February 10th, 1899 and died February 14th, 1899, so just 4 days old. And that one right there, it says died February 9th, 18 something, but it has broken off completely on the top. It's very old. And this is Johnny H., son of W.H. and N.J. McMahon, born February 17th, 1878, and looks like June 16th, 1890, I guess. But it is off the base, but upright. And we have some interesting plant growth. Well, here's a base right here. Did not see this, but something's supposed to go on top of that, but there's nothing there. But this is Rosalie, and wife of L. Hegel, born January 14th, 1833, and died January 28th, 1903. That date could be 1838 now that I'm looking at it with the sun hitting it just right. But it's kind of leaning and come off of the base as well. This is missing the upright marker, so I don't know who that is. But someone has placed flowers within recent years, I guess. I wouldn't say it was last year. Looks like Memorial Day flowers or July 4th, something like that. This is Ben, B-E-E-N. This is Father Carl G., 1865 to 1929. And Mother Huda, if I'm saying that right, E., 1868, and she has no date of death there, so it could be possible she's in another cemetery, I guess. And we have Theodore Hegel, 1871 to 1931. So these are slightly older markers. For Oklahoma, this is older. Nice big cedar trees here that were probably here when the cemetery started. And let's see, we have Deardorff, Sarah, born February 14th, 1832, and died February 8th, 1902. And Jacob was born October 25th, 1824, and died January 18th, 1896. And you can see where it was supposed to go up on top of that, and it has fallen off. And so they've leaned it up against there. They actually have a metal rod that helps them stay up on top, plus a lot of times some sealant. But it does cost some money to do things like that. So John Deardorff, 1854 to 1923. And this is an older one, but a newer marker. Jeannie Carruthers, 1872 to 1898. And then, like I said, right across here are some older ones. You can see all that farm equipment over there off in the distance. That's some sort of auction I saw as we were going past. Maybe on Saturday mornings or something, they auction off farm equipment. So maybe this guy's business or something. These are two more bases, no names, no upright markers to them. This one's kind of different, and then it's a cement slab with several names. And this is infant daughter of the Yocums, and then infant son of Jim and Eva Shaw, infant daughter of Bertie and Laura Smith, and another infant son from the same couple, infant daughter of Tom and Lula Huford. And then Susan Young, mother of F.E. Yocum. We have another base here with no topper, but the last name is Orr. And then this one is pretty neat. It has broken, sadly. Came off of the base and broke down at the bottom. The piece is still there, though. The gates of heaven are opening up. You can see that really well. And there's a dove carrying a banner that says, "Rest in Heaven." So that upper part's in really good shape. Eliza Jane Orr, born November 20th, 1859, and died February 6th, 1933, aged 74 years, I think 2 months and 16 days. And then there's something about a mother down at the bottom. And a few more markers over here. That one is broken, sadly. Can't even read what it says, I guess. So looks like 1901. And I'm not sure what that last name is, but I think it is Lasmus. It's kind of hard to read. This is Myrtle Cray, K-R-E-Y. Done unto me is what it says at the top. Born February 1st, 1898, and died December 1st, 1898. And then we have a Thomas Cray, born March 25th, 1883, and died December 4th, 1898. Definitely some older markers in here. And we have a marker right here, and that is also hard to see. See if we can get in front of it. It's an infant son, and I can't see the last name. Maybe it comes out on camera better. But looks like born September 4th, 1902, and died the same month in 1902. George H., 1854 to 1926, and we have Fanny over there, 1861 to 1929, and they have a nice large upright marker, or at least he does, George H. Yoakum, 1852 to 1926. And then there, like I said, this is the newer side over here, so we won't show a lot of them, but I thought I would show you some of them that I think that are interesting. We'll get out of the sun where there's no glare. Now this cemetery has quite a few markers that are interesting to look at, and some of them are sad, like this one right here. Neray Christine Newman, April 2nd, 1991 to May 27th, 2016, and you can see a photograph of her. It says, "No pain, no grief, no anxious fear can reach our darling Neray resting here." And on the back, it lets you know a little bit more about her. You can see Rebel, I guess that's her dog there, and then her little brother, and then her horse, Jake. Precious daughter of Texas, sister of Joshua, aunt of Benjamin, granddaughter of Terry and Barbara, friend of Manny. And then she also has a bench here, and it says, "We shall meet in the place where there is no darkness." And you can see two photos there. Not sure what the story is behind her. There's another one right over here. And this is Dylan M. Ordaz. You can see a photo of him there as well. December 13th, 1991 to January 18th, 2015. Son of Victor and Tricia. Big brother to Alex, Victoria, and Bella. It broke our hearts to lose you, but you did not go alone. For part of us went with you the day God called you home. And then right back behind it is an interesting one here. All these gnomes. They were also obviously a lover of gnomes. And this is Manly. Freddie L., October 18th, 1941 to December 6th, 2014. And you can see here there is a motorcycle there. So he was a motorcycle enthusiast. And then this is an interesting one, I think. Just the design of it with a hole there. Kind of looks like an angel wing there, but I guess it could be sun rays. I'm not sure. Dwayne William Erickson, November 13th, 1993 to November 6th, 2014. Quite a few young ones in here, like younger. And this is an interesting one. This is someone that was in the Air Force, and they've left the flag here. Ira A. Davis, 1924 to 2014. And then his wife, Velda C. Dottie. And there are quite a few of them that have these depictions of photos on them, so I always like seeing ones like that. Ruby Faye Joy. She was 1939 to 2014. But I was trying to make my way over here to this angel. And I love this one right here. Nancy Michelle Papa. You can see a photo of her on there as well. And she was born February 17th, 1962, and died August 14th, 2010. And I love that memorial marker there, just an angel embracing a heart around her, kind of keeping her in the arms of the angel with love. This one right over here stands out just because of the design of it as well. Now eventually there'll be two people here, but I believe there's only one. It's kind of hard to read, but it does say reefer and love never ends on the right. And over on the left, it says Oklahoma County Sheriff William, and then he went by Bill, February 7th, 1952 to February 3rd, 2010. So I'm not sure what the story is behind him. Neat little silver cross there, though. It really is a neat cemetery, and quite a bit to walk around and see. So thanks for joining me today on this little cemetery tour. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys next time.